Hello there, I'm Trevor, and welcome back to Minecraft. This is it, the big day. I've been excited for this for a while, and I've done a lot of preparation for today's project. But if you didn't see my last video, first of all, go check it out. But I made these pathways connecting all of the main sections of my base, and they go all the way back here to my village and over to the mountain over there. And last time I said I was gonna work on the pathway up here, but I didn't get around to that. So this is what I did in between videos. You can see I added some vegetation to these hills, and I gave it more of a flow to go all the way up to the top of the mountain here. And this is where we'll be working today. I had to move everything out of my barrel in my house because the materials were getting too hefty, so I had to make a whole double chest for them. But this is it. And this might be able to give you a general idea of this type of structure I'm building. Oh, and along the path down here, there's this little outlook area. Can't really see much, but maybe someday there will be a really nice view here. There's also some trampled grass here. I'm not really sure what that's about, but yeah, it's there. And this wolf has been bothering my sheep for a while now, although he seems friendly now. He was attacking him. Oh, yeah. What are you doing? It attacks them and then it just stops. Oh, there it goes. I also did a lot of fighting off camera, so my armor is very weak. I even lost my helmet. So I'm going to take all this armor and combine it with my current armor to get pretty close to brand new. And that way I don't have to make more. Although the helmet and the boots are going to go pretty soon still. As well as my shield. I should make a new one of those. So now in this barrel I have some other materials, and like I said in the last video, if you know Minecraft at all, you probably know what this is about, and that is an enchanting table setup. So I've got all these materials. I've been farming a lot of cows and the sugarcane here, and so I should have enough to make all the bookshelves I need. But before I do that, I actually need to go down and get some obsidian, because I never crafted a pickaxe. But there we go. Now I can go down and find lava and get some obsidian. Alright, here we are in this big section where I ended last time I was down here. Now hopefully this is only... Okay. No, I didn't get that fortunate. Maybe this way? Alright, I'll try it from here. I don't like when there's lava underneath the obsidian because it always worries me that either I'm gonna fall in or the obsidian will. Ooh. Okay, maybe I shouldn't mind that block. Luckily I do only need 4 pieces for the crafting table, but I might as well grab some more while I'm down here. Alright, 12 is probably good enough for now. I should probably block that up. I'm just ready to get started on this, so I'm gonna head back up, and I will see you once I'm there. Okay, so now I can actually craft this thing, as well as all the bookshelves that go around it. Boom. This is exciting. I expected an achievement there, but I think it's only after you enchant something. So I'll go ahead and make a bunch of bookshelves as well. No, that's only enough for 13. Oh no. I thought I did the math right and that I had enough, but I did not. I was far off. Because not only am I going to be using a lot of bookshelves for the enchantment table, but I'm also going to be using a bunch in today's build. So that's nowhere near enough. The good news is I get to explore a bit with Penny, and I also already was planning on going this way anyway. In the chest from earlier, I had a few candles in there. And that's because I've set up these little stations around where anywhere there's a beehive, I put a campfire and a block underneath so that I can harvest all of the honeycomb. And so while I'm searching for sugarcane, I can also check these out, see if I can get any more candles out of them. Because I've actually never really used candles before. So I didn't know how difficult it was to get so many. Which I guess once I have Silk Touch and I can move these things around, then I can get as much as I need with an automatic farm. What are we doing? And I need more grass as well, so this is a good opportunity to grab some more of this. Over here is the final nest, and it is not even full. I wonder, can I grab stuff out of it even when it's not full? No, you cannot. I was hoping maybe it would give me like 2, but no. It just doesn't give me anything. And now that it is full, I just used up the rest of my shears. Oh goodness. Oh well. I think I probably do have enough candles now. But let's go in this direction, because I haven't really explored this part that much. So there might be... oh. There might be some sugarcane this way. There's another bee nest there. This is a really weird little area. One day I'll probably build a giant bridge across here and it'll look pretty cool, but this ravine, I guess, looks pretty sick. And is that a village? It sure is. I wonder if that's a desert. No, it looks like a beach. But that might have what I'm looking for. Ooh, Penny, you're not going to be able to get across here, are you? Oh! What is that? Looks like we've got a lot of sunflowers and some sugarcane in the distance. But I kind of want to check out this village over here. Alright, Penny, I'm going to have to make a fence post for you to... oh, where'd she go? See, this is why I have to do this, because she runs off. Luckily this time I brought my lead. Get down here. There we go. You're going to sit right there. Oh, she does not like that. This is more exciting than I was expecting this to be. I thought this was going to be a building video, but instead it looks like it's going to be an exploration. It's got a gold block here, more obsidian, and even more obsidian. Ooh, a mending golden axe. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever use that, but that's cool, I guess. I'm gonna go grab this sugarcane here. But man, these areas are so cool. Like, I didn't realize how awesome this seed really was. Like, I knew the spawn area looked really good, but everywhere I've been so far just looks incredible. It's hard to not see this and just start thinking of ideas on like what to build here, even though who knows if I'll ever make it out this far, but like this area just looks so pretty. I want to put like a giant factory right in the middle of it. It is nighttime now, but luckily I can sleep in this village right before I pillage it of all of its resources. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. No, I'm not. Now this part is probably going to be pretty boring because it's just going to be me exploring the village. So I'll probably cut most of this out, but I will search the blacksmith and let's see. Yeah, this isn't very good. Yeah, I will probably check back in with you once I have thoroughly destroyed this village and ruined all of its crops. Alright, I just finished taking all of their loot. I left most of the workstations because I didn't want to take their jobs in case they had good trades. But look what I see over here. A whole nother village with another blacksmith. But I have to draw the line somewhere, and it's going to be right here. I'm not going to go over there just yet. I need to get back to my base with the sugarcane so that I can finish up making all of these bookshelves, and I can actually make progress today. It's so easy to get sidetracked when exploring, so I don't want to spend too much time here and lose sight of what this video is even about. Alright, let's start heading back. There we go. There's the last bookshelf I need for the enchantment setup at least. I will be putting more around the area like I said, but for now that's enough just to get the setup down. Alright, so even though this might look like a bunch of random blocks to you, for me, this is the entire structure of the build today. And I'm going to start with the enchantment table because I think it'd be cool to start with this and then build the whole building around it. So that's where that's going to be, right in the middle. And then I will build some of the structure around it as well as the bookshelves, of course. So it's going to be a little indented into the floor, but it'll all make sense once the build has been put together. But there's all of the bookshelves. Let's see what enchantments I can get. Ooh, okay. Silk Touch already? Actually, you know what? I can't waste this opportunity. I have to go do it. I have to go get the enchantment. But there we go, Silk Touch on my pickaxe. And I'm going to have to make another diamond pickaxe and hopefully get fortune on that one. So the way this is going to work is most of the build is going to be made out of spruce. However, the bookshelves obviously are made out of oak. And it's really unfortunate because it doesn't blend in very well. But I think it looks alright even though they are two different kinds of wood. But I'm really surprised we don't have a bookshelf in every kind of wood yet. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Maybe we just need like an update that's just centered around like getting every type of everything. So there's every color, every wood type, every type of brick. That would be really cool. Anyway, here on these bookshelves, I'm gonna put candles, and I'm also gonna light them, but I don't have a flint and steel, so I won't light them just yet. But those will be lit, and so that's the enchanting area, and that's what it's gonna look like. But obviously, that is not everything. There is much more to this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this now. And I think I'm just going to work on the outer shell for now. And I'll catch up with you once that is complete. It sure is a great view from up here. That is the main tower completed. And I haven't gotten a look at it from any other viewpoint, so I'm going to see now what it looks like. Alright, let's see it from down below. Oh yeah, that's a tower, alright. I've always thought that cliff there looked like a perfect spot for something, and I think that fits in really well. Although it's not done. So now that that's done and out of the way, I can focus on this next bit, which will be the entrance section. Because instead of it just having a door here that goes into the tower, I'm going to actually have a hallway that goes up to the pathway here. And I know from looking at it down here, that top bit there looks a little weird and out of place. But I assure you, there is a reason for that, and it'll come into play eventually. And you will see the reason for why there is a weird little ledge on all the windows there. But anyway, I'm now going to jump straight into building this hallway. So after building all of this, I actually had to go back to the mines to grab some more tuff because I just barely didn't have enough. But that's okay, because this should be all the tuff that I need. Over here on the back corner, I'm going to have some chimneys that are going to have campfires on the top that spit out smoke. Although with all this rain, I don't know if campfire will work. Never mind, it will. But it has just been raining so much lately. But that's the shape of these done, apart from that and that. And I need to go grab these trapdoors. Now if I come up here and I place in these two campfires like so, and I put trap doors all around the outside of them, then it looks like a chimney spitting out smoke. Stop it. There we go. Oh. I just realized I made a mistake on building that. Oh, but that means that I'm going to have to break the campfire. Oh, but wait, I have a silk touch pickaxe. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, this one is actually supposed to be one taller than the one on the left. Oh, please don't fall down. There we go. That is much better. So they're a little more staggered that way, and it's less symmetrical, because this build is a less symmetrical build than others. I mean, I know that's a very symmetrical circle right there, but other than that, it's wonky, I guess is the best way I can describe it. And having those at different heights definitely adds to that. So the inside here is definitely unfinished. Leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm going to do some of the inside now. I'm not going to do all of it until I have the roof done, but obviously the roof in here is not done, and that's because it's going to be a lot more intricate of a design compared to this. Because, you know, that's the top of the tower. It needs to look cool, whereas this is just the entrance, so it's kind of just a regular roof. But that one's going to be a lot more unique. So all the floor in here is going to be made using purple wool and amethyst, and that includes the enchantment room as well. I just know I'm not going to be able to get done with all this before my shovel breaks. I have to go make a new one. Yep, there it goes. Can I just dig this out with my fist? I might. This is going to be quicker than going and making a new one. So the way that I'm placing the amethyst here is, it's supposed to be kind of like stars. It's like a cross pattern. In certain areas, it's supposed to resemble stars, and I'm out of amethyst. I really hope I don't run fully out of amethyst in this build, because I don't have to go mine more of that, but I still have 2 stacks, so hopefully I shouldn't. Yeah, these are like little stars that have been dotted around. There we go, the floor in here is now done, but the ceiling needs to be placed in. And there we go. I just use spruce on the ceiling. Pretty simple, but effective. I'm going to use these on the doors here to make them look a little bit taller. So they're 3 blocks high, although you only ever open this because that doesn't open the right way. And this door I'm going to place right here so that it's always open, so that you don't have to worry about opening it, and it just looks like it's been swung open like that, and you can just run right on in. Before I work on the roof, I want to do a couple more things, so I'm going to add in the windows here. They're just going to be purple. Believe it or not, purple is part of the color scheme of this build. And then after this, I'll place the foliage around the outside, and then I can work on the roof. And after that, I can do the inside. Oh, that's not a window. Oh, I used dirt here because I forgot that I didn't have a shovel. So I put all the foliage going around the outside here, and I've got to say, it looks a lot more natural now. Overall, it's a very good way of making it feel like it's a part of the scenery. Makes it feel more alive. But next up is probably the most daunting part of this build, which is the roof of the tower. And I'm going to take a little break before I do that, because I definitely need it. And so I'll work on that when I come back. So I will see you then. Okay, so I'm back from my break, and I am ready to begin on the roof of the tower. And you might be wondering why I'm making such a big deal about this roof, and that is because it's not going to be any regular old roof. Since this is a magical area with the enchantment table and all that, I'm going to top the tower off with a wizard hat. And it's going to be purple with all this purple wool and the amethyst as well. But enough talking about it. How about I just build it right now? There it is. Okay, well, okay, that's not the best angle. I didn't really put into consideration the proper angle that you'd be able to view it at. Okay, back here's pretty good. Maybe I should cut down those trees, although I like the idea that you're kind of walking up here. You don't really see it until you get up to this area here, but even then, it's kind of at a weird angle. Well, you saw it in the replay, so you know what it looks like from the front, from all the different sides. There we go. That's pretty good, I guess. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look from down here, because it is from the bottom, unfortunately. Oh no, that looks good. Since we are so low down, it makes the rim look a lot bigger than it actually is, and then the hat smaller, but I think it still looks good. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like from down here. There are a few more details, but for the most part, that is the outside of it done. But as you can see, there's the amethyst crystal stars all over it, as well as I used some glass panes to round it out a bit more in certain areas so it wasn't as blocky. And that's pretty much it. The rim of the hat does go up in some areas and then down in others, although this isn't the best angle to show that. But I think you get the idea. So now I can actually start working on the inside finally. Here's the inside now. It looks like an amethyst geode, the way they got the circle cut out, which the ceiling in here is actually going to be one of the more interesting aspects of this build, and I'm excited to show that to all of you. So for the inside, I'm going to start with this entrance area, of course, you know, gotta start with the start, and there's not going to be too much in here, but I did want to add a couple details, such as some candles. And on this shelf over here on the right side, I'm going to put a grindstone, because sometimes you get those enchantments that you don't want. So here's where I can take those all off. And also, I want to have some barrels in here for storage. I'm going to put those against the back wall. So I'm going to put these right there. And lastly, I have all of these banner materials that I haven't touched yet. And I'm sure you've been dying to know what they're for. And I need a loom. So these will be for the building's insignia, a symbol, and I'm going to have a couple of these around the place, and I came up with a pretty good design. So the way this is going to work is I put a white dye in, and looks like that, then that, and then lastly I do one of these and one of those, and that is the symbol for this sanctuary. Now I just have to do that a couple more times. Oh, I didn't need to make all these flower charge banner patterns. I only needed one. Whoops. I'm gonna throw all these in here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with these, but oh well. So here we go. I got all these, and I'm going to place them in a couple areas inside, including this starting entrance hall. I'll put one right here and one right here. It's almost like they're advertisements as you walk in, telling you about the place. And before I forget, I kind of made a last minute decision here, and I'm going to put some torches in the floor, because I realized the lighting in this area was not going to be enough to keep monsters from spawning, so I needed to add a little extra light. But I like the candles being the only source of light, so I'm going to put some torches under the floor and hide them away with carpets. And then I'll put more carpets around the place as well to blend it in so it's not as obvious. And I'm also going to do it in here because, yeah, this place is dangerous right now with how dark it is. So now that's looking a little less deadly in here, and I finished this first room, I can work on this main tower. I'll start by doing the ceiling, and then I can finish up all the other details as well. So for this roof, as cool as it would be to have this geode looking structure up here, I have a different idea in mind. And as you can see here, I put these torches down whenever I was building the hat, but I placed those a little prematurely because that's actually not where they're going to go. They're going to go right here. And while I'm up here, I'll start by placing a rim around the outside here of spruce. And I'll replace these while I'm at it. Alright, so there... Ooh. Ah! Whoa. So there's that. So now I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. And I think I'm just going to go down a level and start building a pattern up here out of purple wool. So this pattern here is going to be a little swirl that goes around the outside here and then into the middle right over the enchantment table. Ooh, I really hope I don't run out of amethyst here. I'm a little worried. Alright, I think that's the swirl done. Yeah, that ends right in the middle. And then will I be able to complete all of this with these blocks? Oh no. I need 3 more. Oh, that stinks. That dog is still harassing my sheep. It looks like it might be stuck here because it always attacks them, then it forgets, then it tries to walk away, and then you see it goes straight back toward them. I think that its AI is a little bit broken. Alright, let's see. Okay, yes, I do have some. And there we go. Actually, before I do that, I want to go up here and... Yes, it's pretty dark up here, so I'm going to place a torch in the middle so no monsters spawn here. Yeah, this should be good. And I hate that there's wasted space up here, but I don't really have anything to build up here. So that's how it's going to be for now. I'm also going to include a layer of glass here. And the purpose of the torches there is so that it can be lit up, but it is out of the way of viewing from the ground. So even though it's, I mean, torches don't look great here, you can't really see them from below. And I just ran out of glass. Oh man. Alright, let me go find some glass as well. Okay, I have the glass I need now. Ooh, it's kind of hard to tell where it needs to go. I think here, here, here. There we go. And now you can see the design here. Looks like some kind of portal here. And I'm going to also put some glass hanging down toward the enchantment table now. And that should look kind of like it's dripping enchantments out of the portal. It's supposed to kind of give an idea of where the enchantments come from. It's like they come through the portal. I don't know. It sounds cool and it looks cool, so we're going with it. So this here is the scary part. Placing glass panes. So that's all the purple. And then it's going to transition from purple to white. And I think I did that right. Hope so. And so as you can see, it appears that there's this stuff dripping out of this portal on the roof, and it comes down right into the enchantment table. And I placed that one in the wrong spot. Okay, I gotta go back up. That's okay, because I already have to go back up anyway, because for the rim around the outside, the spruce rim, I'm gonna put some slabs around the bottom as well to give it some more depth and variance, because right now it feels a little flat up there. So that's okay. I need to go up here anyway. So for this trim, I'm really just going to put these around in somewhat random areas. I'm messing up my crystals now. They're all connecting here. There, and there. That should be good. So let me break all my mess. So that's the portal up top. Now as for the interior, all that's left is the outside walls. They need their decoration. And the main aspect of this building is the enchantment table, obviously, so there's not really any use to the side areas. They're just gonna be decorative. So there's kind of just random bookshelves and ladders and framework going all over. And so I'll get started on that now. I gotta make sure I have all the materials first because a lot of times I don't, and then I have to go back for it. So I'm gonna make sure this time that I have everything I need. I should have everything I need now. This should be it. Notice the heavy emphasis on should, because I'm never correct on my first attempt. But yeah, let's get started on this. Shouldn't be too bad. Pretty simple. Oh, I already forgot something. I need ladders. I already messed up. Okay, let's try that again. Now I have everything. And yeah, now it's raining, of course. But I can start over here on this end by placing those there and some chiseled bookshelves here. In case I get enchanted books that I want to put here, I can store them right there. And next to this, I'm going to have a ladder so you can climb up top. And this will go across to this side, and there will be another support right there. Under here, there will be a lectern, which just reminded me that there's also another thing I forgot. I need books and quills. Or just book and quills, I suppose. But there we go. That's the lectern with a book. I'm not going to write anything in it because it's just for show. And this isn't going to be accessible, but I'm also going to put a bookshelf up here. Once again, this is just for show. And while I'm up here, I'll place in a set of candles right there. I think you get the idea by now. It's going to look like this kind of creaky old wooden lighthouse vibes, I guess. I don't know, tower. Lastly, on these sides, I'm going to put banners right there and right here. And over here, I'll have one over this lectern. So that's half of the building already done. You can kind of get an idea of what this is going to look like. And lastly, there will be a banner right there. And that is this room completed. Here's a wide view of the room. It's not a very functional room, but it's supposed to be more magical and random as well. So with that done, I can go to sleep and get this rain out of here. And then I can add the final touch, which will be lighting up around the outside. Because I know I just slept, but when it's nighttime, this place can get pretty dark. So I need to add some lighting around here to keep it from being an ugly dark blob at night. Oh, looks like the wolf made it out of its misery trap over there. Just don't wander off in that area ever again, and you will be fine. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Oh. What have you done? While I was home, I saw that I had some more enchanting books, and I decided to bring them over because these can go in here now. So the way I'll do this is I'll probably have this top one be for tools and weapons, and this bottom one here will be for armor. But I'll leave those there for now, and I will complete the build with these. So first up, I want to put a lantern right here at the gate. It's not a gate, but you know, the entrance. And that should be able to light up this doorway. And then up here, around the rim of the hat, I'm going to have some lanterns hanging down so that they light up this main structure because, yeah, on the outside, it's pretty dark. These will just go here on these flat bits because a lot of this is made out of slabs, but there are some regular blocks, and so I'll put these here. So yeah, you can see from down here that these lanterns provide some light. It's already looking brighter even during the daytime. And so I'll just go around the outside here and place these lanterns in. And there we go. It's officially completed. Oh, gotta break this first. Then we can step back and take a look at what we've done. I am so very happy with the way this turned out. I have been so excited to build this over the last couple of weeks, and it did not disappoint. It's been exhausting, but it has been so very fun. I'll go on one last tour through the building. Here we have the entrance, then the enchanting area, the enchantment table, the portal, everything, the banners with the logos, and obviously this path as well, which was a lot of fun to dig out and shape. But now I can pack all my items up. These probably won't fit in my inventory, will they? No. Good thing I have a bundle. Here we go. It's turning night again, so I can actually see what it looks like at nighttime. I'm afraid this bottom area will still need to be lit up a little bit, but I can work on that another time. I just wanted to get the top looking all lit up and pretty, and it looks very enchanting, might I say. You can see it's lit up now. It's lit up a lot better. As well as the hat up there, you can see it's kind of lit up. And wow, this really adds a new element to my world, because so far everything's been down here on this level. You know, my farm, my stable, my house, and my mineshaft. But then now if you look up here in this background area, you see this giant tower up here. And it looks a lot bigger from the outside actually than the inside, but I like that. And although it stands out on its own, I think it fits in with the world very well. Is that snow? Okay, that might be an issue, but that's a problem for another time. I didn't expect it to be snowing up there. Okay. Oh, for when it rained. I see. So the next video is going to be a little bit smaller, not as big of a project, but I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the future.